Would you agree to seduce a schoolboy and get a car for it? Suppose you work in a Uber and your car has been repossessed and you need to earn money to pay for the expenses. What would be your solution? It's movie recap zone and a new retelling. Our heroine agrees to seduce a schoolboy and do what she wants with him, even though she is almost 2 years older than him. All this to get his parents' car. Things didn't go according to plan and the schoolboy punished her. Enjoy the video. The movie starts with a tow truck driving down the road. He pulled up to Maddie's house, who came out to see what was going on. She saw her ex-boyfriend Gary attaching the car to get it repossessed for non-payment of taxes. The girl tries to stop him, saying that she needs the car because she works at Uber, and without the car she just can't get the money she needs. Gary says it's not his problem and he's upset that the girl won't return his calls. She realizes she'll have to talk to the guy to distract him, saying that she misses him and thinks about him all the time. Gary is stopped from loading, but when he sees the strange guy who came out of the house, he realizes what they had the night before. Maddie says it's her brother from Italy, but Gary doesn't believe her and leaves after taking the car. After that, the girl went to work in a bar on rollerblades. On the way, she saw a tow truck with her car, and she had a cunning plan. She was going to steal her car. And while Gary was ordering in the cafe, she untied her car and lowered it on the tow truck, sat in it to leave. But as it turned out, she forgot to untie two cables and Gary this video. She tried to leave and Gary lifted her car. Then she ends up at the station. Her lawyer Gabe warns her that her driver's license could be taken away. She says her mom's house is in foreclosure and complains about her life. The lawyer says they can foreclose on houses for non-payment of taxes. Maddie says she can't make any money without a car, but the lawyer advises her to hurry up because there's not much time left until September. When she gets to work, she is approached by a rich customer. She says the place is still closed and opens at noon. He tells her it's noon, but she says there's still time. He tries to bribe her, but the girl just gets angry and threatens him. A second bartender comes over to resolve the conflict and the customer tells her to get fired. They both start joking around and the customer leaves. A coworker gives Maggie advice that she shouldn't start the beach season with a scandal and to get angry at a different time. Maggie says she's having a bad morning, so she's angry, and to calm down they start folding tissues. Sitting with pregnant friend Sarah, they are looking for the car. Jim, as Sarah's husband, tries to help and jokes that you can sell anything, even a kidney. Sarah finds an interesting ad. It says that the parents are looking for a girl for their 19-year-old son who is shy but is going to college in September, and they want to help him become more confident. They are looking for a girl under the age of 25. At the end of the summer, they will give the girl a car in return. Maddie hatches a plan. At first, she doesn't believe it's true, but Jim and Sarah say it's normal practice and suggest they try it. Maddie says she needs the car, so she's ready, though she's still hesitant. The friends talk about where each of them had their first time. After Jim returns from surfing, Maddie's friends get together to discuss the option of seducing a guy and getting a car for it. Jim offers his car to help seduce the guy. Maddie returns home where she sees a pile of debt letters on the table. On the morning, fielding her garden and picking up the mail, she thinks how to keep the house and decides to get the car. Rolling up to the address, she sees the fancy house and her goal. She looks it over and can't believe it's real. She is met by the couple Laird and Allison, who placed the ad. They get to know each other and Maddie goes upstairs to their place, trying to climb the stairs on roller skates. They discuss the deal at the house and the couple think Maddie is a sex worker, but the girl says she's not. She doesn't immediately admit how old she is, but the couple does find out. The girl says that there are advantages to it because she is more experienced and that she is the only candidate for their son named Percy. The spouses say that their son is very modest, harmless habits. Little walks, no friends, they have tried many options. Laird says that when he was young, before college, he had an affair and loosened up on his own. Maddie asks how they're going to check in for credit after work. They confess that they know all of their son's passwords. Laird and Allison say that it is necessary for a girl to have close contact with their son so that he fully learns what pleasure is and how it is done. They also say that no one can know about this arrangement. They say that their son volunteers at an animal shelter and Maddie can drive up to meet him. We see Percy, a young guy riding his bike to his job, and right behind him comes Maddie in a short dress. She immediately catches the guy's attention, but she catches Percy's eye and gets so close that Percy is speechless. The girl gets to know him better, saying she wants to take the dog home with her. Maddie compliments the guy on his shirt and offers to pick out a dog. The guy gradually gets excited as the girl is very attractive. He shows the first dog named Milo, who worked for the police, but soon there was a problem with illegal drugs and he was given to a shelter. The girl voices the band name and the dog starts barking. Percy says that they need to fill out a questionnaire before taking the dog, and the girl offers to go to the office in quiet place and tries to sit closer to him to seduce him. They fill out the questionnaire together, answering a few questions, but the girl only has one thing on her mind: how to seduce a guy. Percy tries to leave, but the girl says she wants a dog right now. She offers to give the guy a ride home. The schoolboy takes a long time to decide, and they leave. Walking out into the parking lot, the guy immediately sees the van and he has different thoughts. He says he's on his bike and will go home alone, but the girl insists and puts the bike in the van. As they get in the car, they get to know each other better, and Maddie makes a bad joke, and the guy starts to think he's been kidnapped. They take a different road. Percy gets nervous, looks back, and sees a knife and starts writing a police report. They arrive at her house. To get away, Percy stabs her in the eye with pepper spray. They get out of the car and he does it again. Says she kidnapped him and took his cell phone. Maddie says she liked the guy, that's why she took him to her house. She asks him to bring her a hose and water to rinse her eyes out. Percy turns on the water and pours it on the girl. She takes the hose to rinse her face. She's completely soaked, and all her clothes start to show through. The guy asked her out. Afterwards, he took his bike and said goodbye. Sitting on the dock, Maddie asks to borrow the van again, but Jim turns her down and tells her to get another car. Their colleague Mel walks past them and they discuss where she got the car. As it seemed, the girl found a rich man who gave her such a gift. Percy sees Maddie in a bar, and when she approaches her, she sees that the guy has no taste. The guy is very shy and afraid that his parents will find out where he is. The girl orders an alcoholic cocktail. She continues to seduce the guy and says she had a dream about him where they had a close relationship. The guy doesn't know what she's talking about and makes a stupid joke. They get cocktails. Maddie tries to get the schoolboy drunk, but he doesn't like the cocktail. Later, her ex-boyfriend Travis approaches them. After giving some advice to the guy, himself leaves. She suggests Percy take a walk. They go to the beach and she calls them to swim. Since they don't have a swimsuit, they will swim naked. The guy says she is the most beautiful girl he has ever seen, and she strips naked. She takes off her bra and panties and goes into the water and calls the guy to her. When they're swimming on the shore, the company wants to take their clothes. Maddie comes out to them naked and starts a fight. She is completely naked and she starts taking the clothes, beating everyone up. Once between their legs, the girl has tried to strangle them, but she breaks free and wins, threatening the thieves. Afterwards, she goes back to the guy in the water, insists Percy get close to her. When the guy hesitates, she gets out of the water and gets in the car. Percy runs after her to get her clothes. Maddie doesn't give him the phone, then Percy jumps on the hood and the girl starts driving. On the way, they meet the police. Maddie figures out how to get away from the police. She sees the crossing and the train coming and steps on the gas. Once she gets through the crossing before the train. When she gets to her house, she turns on the music and Percy sees her underwear on the couch. Realizes she's not wearing any underwear. The girl seduces him and starts dancing. The guy is embarrassed, insists she sit on his legs to get him excited, but he says she's heavy. She suggests they switch places or continue in the bedroom. Percy says his back itches from nerves. Maddie discovers rashes on his body. After that, the continuation in bed is canceled. Sitting on the couch, the girl smears the rash with cool cream. They get acquainted closer. The guy says that he is always sitting at home and has no real friends. Maddie also shares her life story, saying that she's only been out of town once and has lived in this house all the time. Also, her mom got sick and needed to be cared for, so the girl lived here all the time. Percy told why he has no friends in real life, and that the only person who understands him is his nanny Judy, and agreed to continue their close acquaintance tomorrow. In the morning, they went for a walk on the beach, went to an entertainment club, played with the dogs on the beach, visited different attractions, and won some toys. Showing the toys, Percy shows a unique toy finger catcher, and they laugh. Maddie decides to tell where her father is. The girl confesses that he has two families, and when she was a child, he abandoned them, leaving only the house. Later, when she grew up, she decided to write him a letter, and on graduation day, her letter came back sealed, so she didn't go to the school party. Percy wants to kiss a girl, and she doesn't mind. After that, they don't go to meet his nanny Judy. She sees that the nanny is a guy, and they don't like each other right away. After Percy runs after the plate, they have a tough conversation. The next day, Maddie gives her friends a gift for the baby. While looking for batteries in her desk, she sees a letter and realizes that her friends want to come over soon. She then continues the conversation and tells them that she hasn't gotten the car yet, since they haven't had intimacy with her boyfriend. Their conversation is interrupted by her classmates who wants to buy her house, but she chases him away. Later, they get ready for their date, try on outfits, and drive to a restaurant in a limo. While eating dinner, they discuss their graduations. Maddie sees a piano and suggests the guy play, but Percy is embarrassed and soon agrees since the girl insisted. He plays a beautiful melody and sings. The girl and the people around him love it. The audience can't take their eyes off him. The girl begins to fall in love for real and regrets the contract with his parents. The performance of this song really liked Maddie. She made several compliments to the guy. His acquaintance Natalie suddenly approaches them. Percy used to be in the same class with her. Natalie says she misses him and invites him to a party where there will be many students from their university. But Maddie says they had other plans. Natalie gives him the address of the party and leaves. The guy says he wants to pass his license to drive a car and come home from university. Maddie doubts that he needs it, and Percy suggests the girl to come to his university by train, since there is no car yet. The girl doesn't really want to visit her boyfriend in another city. Percy asks her what she wants. As it turns out, she just wants to have fun. The guy offers to leave, after which he tastes wine. They arrive at the party. He goes in without her. Maddie starts looking for Percy all over the house. Some guys start hitting on her to get to know her better, but she's rude to them and leaves. When she finds out Percy's upstairs with Natalie, she rushes over to stop them. When she found him, nothing had happened. Turns out the guy was given some kind of pill, and Maddie helped him get rid of it. They get kicked out of a school party. He tries to defend her and takes a swing at her, but misses, hitting Maddie right in the throat. They get to the limo and drive away. In the car, he apologizes and she has a funny voice as her throat hurts. He pulls out a pack of rubber bands and says he wants to do some bonding. He confesses his love to her while she pulls out protection. The girl stops him because it's better to do the first time sober, so he lies down on her lap. In the morning, Persia tells his parents about the evening. He wants to drive the car, as he wants to get his driver's license. He confesses that he changed his mind about university so he wouldn't have to leave Maddie. Parents freak out. The guy goes to the car, imagining how I'm going to drive. Parents call the girl, and the mom says the guy's in love with the girl. The parents give her the car, but ask her to talk to the guy about going to college, and she agrees. The guy hears all this and realizes that the girl was only with him because of the car. They have breakfast, and for the first time, they see the son drinking wine. He can't stop, and the parents get nervous. They get an unexpected guest. It turns out to be Maddie. Sitting at the table, they pretend to meet for the first time. The guy didn't know how to introduce the girl to his parents as she was older than him. Percy tells where they met and what was going on. He gets a call and the guy walks. It's his friend, and they decide to damage the car and steal it. They decide to put a rock on the gas pedal and the car crashes into a tree. Then a branch falls on the roof and completely crashes the car. Back in the house, the guy goes to the bedroom and suggests getting straight to the point. Tries to find out about Maddie's arrangement with her parents, but the girl keeps quiet. They decide to get into bed and make close contact. The girl tells Percy how she likes it, but he finishes too quickly. Maddie didn't have time to enjoy it. It all happened. Afterward, Percy tells her that he wrecked her car. Maddie realizes what's going on. She says she had to do it to save her house. Maddie says that her parents didn't have any money, so she had to get it on her own. She says that the guy has a carefree life and no one will help her. Percy says she needs to stop expecting help from her father and start living. That's why the girl never left town. On the beach, Maddie realizes the guy was right. She remembers him. The sound of the tow truck is heard again. Gary brings in her wrecked car and drives off. That same day, Persia tells his parents that he is on his own and can make his own decisions. He is unhappy that they found him a girlfriend that way and tells them to stay out of his life. He said that he was in charge and that they should come clean in all such situations. The boy was shocked. Percy says he will learn from his mistakes and the parents realize it's for the best and leave. Maddie makes money by wrecking a car and working at a bar. She earns the right amount of money. Sitting at the bar with friends who say they want to move to another town as it is too expensive to buy a house in this town. After she meets a guy at the bar, they go to get to know each other better. Maddie remembers about Percy and kicks the new guy out. The morning after picking up her repaired car, Maddie decides to sell the house. On the way to the shelter, She finds out Percy's gone. Judy comes to her house. They say she's getting a property tax increase, but since Maddie sold the house, she doesn't care. Arriving at Percy's house, his parents said the guy wasn't home. He went to a meeting at the university. Maddie went to pick him up. She admits she missed him and regrets doing it, trying to stop the guy. She jumps on the hood and he starts driving. He steps on the gas and drives off towards the beach. Not seeing where to go, he knocks over a brazier and Maddie starts to burn, after which he drives into the sea and drowns the car. He pulls the girl ashore, and she apologizes. They make up and the guy makes a joke. They laugh and remember that they had a good time, so they remain friends. The girl tells him that she sold the house and is going to California. Maddie comes home and brings her friends. She says that she is selling the house to them at an affordable price, and they say goodbye. Percy also packs his bags for university and says goodbye to his parents. Maddie and her new friend pick him up. She introduces them and it's Milo. They say goodbye to their past lives and leave for a new adventure. It was the 2023 film No Hard Feelings. Write in the comments, what would you do if you were the guy? What do you think of this pre-college preparation? I'm sure some people would love it. See you in the following videos.